Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing the Spring Cup. I think this is going to be the end for the first week of Spring Cup. Then we'll do a second week and then we'll come back, I think, to the Open Great League or something. So the Spring Cup, I've spent a bit of time trying to team build and figure out the meta. And I think I've come to the conclusion where this is the team to use for the majority of the Spring Cup, and I think you'll see in the later part of the video I have very good success with this. Today's video will be a two-set showcase of 9 wins and 1 loss because I was trying to play around with the shields during that one game. But yeah, so this is a team comprising of Golisopod with Aqua and X-Scissor. I know some people like to run Aero Ace as well. I think that is also a good option if you're going against opposing Golisopod. But I think X-Scissor does its job pretty well, even though it's resistant on Golisopod. Like in the mirror match. Lapras and Weezing will act as the double save swap. So depending on your opponent's first Pokemon, if you need to save swap, it goes with you can go with either Lapras or Weezing, and I think either can do a job as a save swap, but I like to use Lapras more in certain situations. Like if I see a poison, I like to use Lapras more to like try to force them to switch out. Yeah. So this team, I got the inspiration from trying to counter for Ferrothorn because I keep seeing Ferrothorn in people's teams, and there's also a lot of Jellicent. So Jellicent and Ferrothorn is something of a core that I want to try and break, and Golisopod is one of the Pokemon that breaks them if you put it in the lead. And then this team is also quite resistant to Mawile. If I don't bring a steel or grass or anything that's grass, basically you're resistant to Mawile as well. So yeah, let's just take a look at some of the battles and then you'll see how I play, and let's go. Okay, so we have this is the first set. This is a set of 5-0 the first set, so you guys can see. I think this is the low ace rank because I've played Ultra League a few times and then he managed to climb. So Golisopod into Credit, I'm going to be doing 7. He's going to be firing on 4. Yeah, so this allows me to get 1 extra fast move in. So I'm going to shield up the Rock Tomb because this will do massive damage. So what we want to do in this situation is try to keep Golisopod alive as much as possible and then farm up energy, because Golisopod is basically the lead and the carry of this whole team. The backline is just there to maintain alignment for this team. So we want to put a lot of shields and energy into the Golisopod and try and pressure the lead Pokemon as much as possible. So we're doing 4. He's yeah. So at this point, I think opponent should have done 1 before he fired. So now I get 1 extra energy again, and I'm gonna do 4 again. So now Credit is down a shield, and he has a move. Yeah, but he shields up again. Okay, so at this point, Golisopod will get knocked out. But it's okay because I already used both shields and he used both shields. So it's a 0 shield scenario with everything at the backline. And Lapras with energy mostly wins the 0 shield scenarios against many things. Maybe the exception would be Lantern and probably some of the grass Pokemon that has the fast pacing Frenzy Plant. But because I'm up energy, I can get to an Ice Beam very fast. And here you'll see Among Us taking super effective damage. Coming in with Weezing to try and soak the foul plays or Sludge bombs, and now when it comes in more well. So what I was scared of is that if I lost Golisopod, that there was Jellicent at the back, but there seemed to be no Jellicent. So this team will basically lose to my back. So this team is core broken by Jellicent if Jellicent is in the backline, but most of the time Jellicent is in the front because I think the backline is full of like Ferrothorn and those things that are very slow. So yeah, so there will be a point where I instinctively thought that there was a Jellicent, so I switched out of Golisopod to try and save the HP on Golisopod. Okay, Golisopod into Tentacruel, let's go. So we're going to do 6 and then try and fire or pivot out. Let's see what I do. Okay, so I pivot into Lapras. I'm trying to force the Tentacruel to switch out, but he still stayed in, so I'm going to farm. Cactus gets 2 more to the Dynamic Punch. So he's probably at 1 more to the Dynamic Punch already, or Trailblaze. So he rightly shields. And now I'm going for the hard-hitting Ice Beam. So I believe I will be shooting the first one, unless I get too low and I just give up the Lapras. Yeah, at this point I just give up the Lapras, because there's no point shooting a Lapras that is not full on energy. So he does a Trailblaze, which means that he has one more Trailblaze. I can come in with Weezing to soak the energy. It's going to be either Trailblaze, Dynamic Punch, or... can't remember what's the last option. Yeah, so I thought there was like a harder hitting move or something, but no, it's okay. So I'm going to soak this damage from the Tentacruel. Tentacruel doing Acid Spray, not very effective. This should be a second Acid Spray as well. But shooting just in case the Scout. Yes, it's a Scout. Okay, so I'm going to farm up and trying to get him low enough for me to sludge down. But then I think he's a bit too high, so I got to go for the farm down again. Coming in for the farm down with Golisopod. So now this should be Acid Spray, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So going for the farm down after this. So now we are full on energy on Weezing, full on energy on Golisopod. So we have Cactus coming in. We do one and then fire. And what's the last guy? It's Decidui. So this is going to be super effective bug damage onto Decidui. And I think I'm close to another one, but no, Decidui is only 2 counts and Sludge will come in to do neutral damage. I wasn't sure whether I had an Overheat. I forgot about my energy, but yeah, Sludge just does the same amount of damage. Yeah, we have the second match. Oh, sorry, this is the third match, I think. Okay. Okay, so a level 20 person. This should be quite simple. Okay, currently into Golisopod, same thing. I'm going to farm up to 7, shield up the first Rock Tube if he fires the first Rock Tube. So opponent switches into War Rain. I'm going to farm up a bit of energy and then go into Lapras instantly. So War Rain goes with the move Weather Ball and Earthquake. At this point, I think it's an Earthquake, but Lapras can take 2 Earthquakes before going down. Yeah, you see, so not really into the yellow. So I'm going to go and fire the first Ice Beam. I think I made this mistake twice in this series. Sparkling Aria does more damage onto War Rain. Ice Beam is double resisted. So I actually initially thought that Ice Beam was due to the higher damage, it does more. But actually, after you see the Sparkling Aria, you'll see that yeah, so Sparkling Aria does higher damage. So I forgot about this twice. There will be another series where I did the same thing, Ice Beam and Sparkling Aria. So I could have saved energy. So now coming into farm down, back with the Golisopod. So now we are higher on energy. Currently is 2 counts and now comes in the Jellicent. So yeah, luckily opponent switched up, so I was able to like force out the Jellicent. So clearly doesn't really want to see Golisopod, which means that he wants the Jellicent to come out. Yeah, okay, so I'm shooting this Shadow Ball. Oh, sorry, it's a Surf. Okay, so I missed. Yeah, so going to be Surf. The next one should be a Surf as well. He's only done 3. Yeah, so the next one should be a Surf. He fired instantly, letting me get through 1 fast move. Surf resisted. I'm going for 2 and then firing because yeah, I know he was swap, so but they clearly cannot do any fast move damage. So I know I can come in with Weezing, and this is a bit tricky because I got to get to 2 Sludges, or at least bring him down low enough to get Overheat down. Now, yeah. So not quite yet at Overheat range, so I got to do some farm down and try and get the Sludge off. So the first round I couldn't shield because I know that I can survive, but the second one I need to shield. Yeah, and he went with Bulldoze, which is weird combination of moves. This should be Grass Knot, but I think he's trying to aim at the Galarian Weezing with Bulldoze. Yeah, and Galarian Weezing finishes the game. Yeah, so this is all uncut footage. There's no cuts or anything. Because today I was a bit lazy to do any video editing. Yeah, so I'm just gonna uncut this and upload like raw footage with sound, and later you'll see me do a 5-0 celebration. Yeah. Okay, Golisopod and Lapras. Good lead. I can farm up to 6. I'm gonna find one X-Scissor first. I know it's resistant, but the Lapras is a shadow, so I think he takes slightly more damage than normal. So opponent shields, which is strange. So he's going for the double Sparkling Aria. So you'll see how much Sparkling Aria does to you. Yeah, oh, it's a Skull. Oh, yeah, okay, I remember. It's a Skull Bash. Okay, so he's going for the double Skull Bash. Okay. So, yeah, sorry, I'm basically watching the video back in the same speed as you guys. So he's going for the double Skull Bash. I'm going to double shield the Skull Bash. I counted, I think it's about 10. So it was rightly a Skull Bash, yeah. So I can fire 2 X-Scissors before that. I think he shields this one as well. So we got both shields down. And then now I'm going to come in directly with Lapras to soak up the Skull Bash damage and then try to farm down. What he's going to do then is he's going to get towards Sparkling Aria as well, I think. Oh, no. Okay, so he swaps. Okay, so good scenario because we have Credily Shadow and my Lapras, and we have an Ice Beam loaded. So we're going to take the Rock Tube here and try to get a very hard-hitting Ice Beam down. Yeah, I wanted to farm a bit more because I wanted to get to the next Sparkling Aria to try and knock it out, but I couldn't reach the Sparkling Aria before the farm down. Oh wait, I did. Okay. I'm remembering games wrongly. Okay, yeah, so Sparkling Aria knocks out the Credily. Now we have a 3-2 lead. I'm going to instantly swap into Galarian Weezing because I don't want to take any farm down damage. Okay, so this will be a Sparkling Aria. Doesn't really knock out, but gets me into the red zone. But I have a full loaded Weezing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do an Overheat first to take his health low, because I need the health low so that I can farm down Lapras. And then I still have a move with Golisopod, so I'm going for the next Sludge. I wasn't sure if I was able to get to 1 Sludge and 1 Overheat, so yeah, the order is opposite. Because I didn't want him to fire before I get my second Sludge, so I wanted to fire at least before the Overheat first, and then farming out with Lapras. Yeah, so if he fired Overheat just before my Sludge, I don't think there was a win con because his HP was too high. So I needed to fire Overheat first to get his health low so that I can then fire on Golisopod or Lapras. If I wasn't able to fire the Sludge, I would have gone to Golisopod and fired the move. If I was able to get the Sludge, then Lapras comes in to farm up. Yeah, so that was the win con then. Okay, Golisopod into Tentacruel, not bad lead, so let's go for 6 Shadow Claws. This time I think I switch out to try and force him to switch. One thing I wonder is whenever there's a Tentacruel, so psychic moves like Lapras is like the counter, right? So I was thinking there was like a Jellicent at the back. So I'm trying to draw out the Jellicent. And he comes in with Abominable Snow, which tells there might still be a Jellicent, but his core is not very good, and Abominable Snow is Shadow, which takes quite heavy damage from the Sparkling Aria if you notice, although it is resisted. Yeah. So I'm going to shoot up Potential Energy Ball, but this turns out to be a Weather Ball. So now he's at 2 energy. I'm going to directly fire the Sparkling Aria. This is actually a CMP type, so I lost the CMP type. He double shields. Sorry, he single shields. I'm going to get to the Sparkling Aria just before the 5th Powder Snow, which then gets him down. So he's either shielded or down, right? And now we get to Gastrodon. So Gastrodon, okay, Gastrodon is a bit tricky because I don't want him to see the Galarian Weezing. So I got to put Golisopod onto Gastrodon after this. So I'm going to fire first because I know Lapras is a bit useless right now. So I'm instantly swapping and combo playing with the Golisopod. So I get the second shield. So this might be an Earth Power, so I'm going to shield up because Earth Power does a lot of damage even though it's resisted. It's a Body Slam. So now I'm looking for the catch. Yeah, he's going to try and catch my move. This should be a Sludge Wave, which takes me out. Yeah. So now I'm going to wait and come in with Weezing. Weezing should... okay, so now Tentacruel should be dry. I'm going to try and farm him down to Sludge range. I don't want to... yeah. So he's going to fire the Acid Spray. I don't think he can get to the Sludge Wave. Tentacruel weirdly takes 10 counts of Poison Jab to the Sludge Wave. So, although a very good option, but it's not very high pressuring. Which means that once you have it in the backline, it's quite weak, and now I can just go directly for Overheat. Overheat doesn't really knock out, so I needed to do one more thing. Yeah. Okay. We had 5 games already. Yeah, that's a 5-game streak. Okay, so talking a bit about the team. So far, instinctively, I think there's a Jellicent in the back line. Whenever there is a... not Credily in the front, whenever there is like... it's not a Credily, like Tentacruel at the front, I think there's a Jellicent. Basically, something that is very weak to Lapras, then I would think that there's a Jellicent at the back. And then I'll try and draw it out with Lapras. Because Lapras is the one that is weak to Jellicent. I won't use Weezing because if Weezing is on 2 shields and opponent has 2 shields, I will not draw it out with Weezing. Yeah. So, okay, Dugong into Golisopod. I'm going to farm out a bit to get to the X-Scissor first. He's 1 turn behind, so he's on a Frenzy Plant right now. Taking damage, and I'm coming in directly with Weezing because this is that was super effective Fairy Wind damage. So we CMB time on the Frenzy Plant, and yeah, Weezing now going for the Sludge. I'm going to underfarm because I want to get some farm onto the Weezing. So he actually shields this because I don't know why actually. Yeah. So the next Frenzy Plant will hurt, so I'm going to shield it, and then I'm just going to go for the farm down. So we're on even shields, I'm up energy. Now comes Dugong. Dugong is dry on energy, so this is 1 Ice Shard. So we're just gonna chip. I'm not gonna switch out because I want to keep the alignment on Dugong. And then since Sludge is so fast to get to, I'm just gonna keep spamming Sludge. So I forced his second shield. And I was, okay, this is bad timing throw, but I was very scared of the farm down, so I need to at least chip him a little bit more so that it's easy enough for Golisopod to take him down. Because basically what I'm trying to do is I'm planning to lose switch on Golisopod, try and catch a move, and then try and draw out the last guy. So it's like if it's a Jellicent or a wow, and it turns out to be Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn 0 shield scenario against a 1 shield Golisopod. Golisopod wins easily, although it's a bit tricky here because Golisopod is low on health. So I got to, yeah, now I'm switch lock. So I got to use the shield on Golisopod and keep on firing the X-Scissor. So I was afraid of getting the switch lock into a scenario like this. So I saved my shield for Golisopod. Yeah, and then we have now basically what we're doing is we're just gonna soft lose to Ferrothorn and coming with Lapras full health to try and close out the game. And yeah, catching on the Weezing. So this is even better. Okay, so now coming in Golisopod, we have full energy and we used X-Scissor. So the opponent didn't even get to see the last guy. So it's basically Weezing and Golisopod playing the whole game. Yeah. And now we have, yeah, Aqua Jet. Yeah, so the core is basically Weezing and Golisopod. Weezing is defeated by like Lapras. That's why we have the Golisopod and Lapras at the start. Golisopod loses to Lantern, basically electric, and I think slightly to Ferrothorn if it's on a Steel Shield scenario. But yeah, Golisopod is quite a good lead Pokemon currently to start with. The only two counters that I see from the start, I think are Lantern and Tropius. Because Tropius does super effective Air Slash. Yeah, Lantern does super effective Spark. Okay, Golisopod into Ferrothorn. Gonna do 7 and then fire. So he's gonna fire instantly, which gives me energy lead. I'm gonna shoot up the first power whip because this will hurt quite a lot. I'm going for 4 and then firing the X-Scissor. Right, now he's low. So we're gonna go for 1 and pressure again. So let's see if he shields. If he shields this, that means that there's something else that his backline is probably weak to Golisopod. So I'm gonna take advantage of this. I'm gonna shield up again. Because basically Golisopod will outpace the Ferrothorn, right? So I'm gonna shield up again. So he's dry again. With 4 and firing. At this point there's no point shooting, so he should let Ferrothorn go. Oh, he shoots again, so then just gives me the advantage now. So I'm gonna come in with Weezing to try and soak up the power whip, and then aggressively farm down with Fairy. But yeah, so he didn't let me farm down. He comes in with Lantern. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna fire Sludge again and again. Okay, Sludge doesn't do a lot of damage, which now I think Thunderbolt takes me out. He's at the Thunderbolt already. Okay, so this is tricky because Lapras is weak to Lantern, and Golisopod is also weak to Lantern. So I got to chip one more time. He's low, and yeah, now he's up a bit of energy. So what I'm going to do is come in with Lapras to try and farm down. I'm running down the switch clock. Catching with Golisopod to try and see if I can combo. Yep. So yeah, all that energy goes to waste. And now let's see, it's our opponent Golisopod. Okay, so this is tricky. We have a low health Ferrothorn, and now we have a Mirror Match Golisopod I'm up energy, but I'm a bit behind on the HP. So I'm just gonna chip. Yeah, this does quite a lot. X-Scissor. So this is why I don't need Aerial Ace, because X-Scissor already does like 50% HP. Ferrothorn coming in to soak the damage, but don't forget we still have a Sparking Aria on Lapras. And Lapras is full health at this point. So I don't really care if I don't catch, because Golisopod needs like 3 X-Scissors and can only get to 2 currently. The first one coming in, I'm gonna farm up a bit more. He comes in the second X-Scissor, he needs another, I think, 3 counts of Shadow Claws to get to the next X-Scissor. And I get to the Sparking Area first. So that's game over. Yeah. Okay. Now we are going to the third match, and this is the one that I lost because I miscounted the Gastrodon. I thought he was on Body Slam, but actually he fired the Earth Power. So you'll see. Yeah, so this game was a bit of misconcentration because okay, so Golisopod and Gastrodon very good lead again. I'm gonna fire him up to 7, and I'm gonna come in with Among Us. So what I'm gonna do is fire the X-Scissor first to try and chip down, and then I'm gonna come in with Weezing. Okay, so he shields. I got 1 shield. Come in with Weezing. So this should be a resisted power play. Yeah. So it does double foul play. So that gets me a sneak in energy. Okay, so trying to pressure with Sludge Sludge. I could have gone for the Overheat, but I didn't want to debuff myself. So I went for the Sludge. Second Sludge coming in. This should knock out the Among Us here. So he's saving the second shield for something else. So I'm wondering why he didn't shield this. Gastrodon coming in to farm down, and now I'm coming in with Golisopod again. I'm gonna go for the Aqua Jet. I'm not sure which. Basically, both are neutral, right? So I'm gonna go for the Aqua Jet. Yeah, so I can basically throw any move into Gastrodon. So this will be a Earth power. Oh, it's a body. Okay. Yeah, this is the part where I thought it was Earth. It was not Earth power. So he got to 4. I only saw 3 because I think my eyes was playing at me. So I should have shielded this part. If I shielded this part, basically it will be win. But this is where the opponent win con happens because he's able to shield up the first sparking Aria, and I will not get to the next sparking Aria. Oh no, okay. Yeah, so more wow against 2 low health Pokemon. So yeah, this is where I already know. I don't think there's a way back for me. I should have shielded up the Earth power, and then I would be good enough to go. But yeah, I didn't use any of the shields, so yeah, should have shielded up the Earth power. Okay. Yeah, so I missed cow. I really thought it was a body slam. So yeah, that was a mistake by me. Okay, let's go. Next 2 games. Golisopod into Gastrodon. I'm not making that mistake again. So opponent swaps into Pelipper. This is super effective air slash onto me. So I'm going to come in with Lapras because Weezing does nothing onto Pelipper. This should be a Hurricane. I was really afraid of a Hurricane. So I'm going to shoot up. Hurricane comes in. I shoot up the heavy damage move. And now Lapras is going to farm. Pocket Aria doesn't do a lot, it's going to be resisted, so yeah, not very effective, but it gets him down to the red to farm down. This second move should be a Weather Ball because it's not quite at the Hurricane. I think he fires just before he was going down. So Weather Ball doesn't do a lot of damage on Lapras, so I take the switch here. And we'll see Gastrodon again. So I'm going to farm to just before the body stem and then fire. Do you want to fire? Yeah, so I kept myself on 100 energy. Fire takes the shield, which means that Gastrodon is the only answer to Lapras here. So I'm going to shield up Lapras as well. So body slam comes in. I'm going to so he swaps into Weezing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chip. So I'm going to keep Golisopod onto Gastrodon, and Weezing is going to come in after that. So we're going to see if we can chip again. Yeah, Sparking Aria chip again. So this will force him to use another shield. And then I'm going to instantly come in with Weezing to try and close out the game. Yeah. So he probably needs 1 Sludge and 1 Overheat at this point. I just need 1 Sludge. 1 Sludge. Yeah, he's about 2 counts from an Overheat, I think. So this should be a Sludge. Yeah, and I'm going to finish up my own Sludge. I lost charted priority, by the way. So, yeah, I wanted to undercharge. I wanted to try and get some farm, but no, because I knew there was a Gastrodon at the back. So coming by support, we are basically going to finish this game with double X-Scissors. 1. Okay, I'm going to do a catch with Lapras. Yeah. A power here, and X-Scissor coming back in. Yeah, so another win for me. Yeah, so that's win number 8 out of 10. So we'll go into the next one. Okay, this is the last Okay, let's go. Golisopod hits the field. Credibly again, very, very good lead. So I'm going to just farm to 7. So opponent fires on bad timing. So Rock Tomb coming in. I'm gonna shoot up. I got 1 extra energy. Let's go for 4. Firing. Okay, so he's not exactly at the next Rock Tomb yet. So he shields. I'm gonna do 1 more and fire just in between. Yep. So opponent is at the rock tomb currently. So I'm going to either draw a shield or take him out. So this takes him out. All the energy goes to waste. Now we have Golisopod up on energy against whatever that is in the backline. So I'm going to farm up to 6 and then swap after I throw the energy because I know Golisopod here is a bit useless. He didn't come in with Jellicent, which makes me wonder that. Sorry, I'm trying to bait out the Jellicent. Yeah, he coming with Lapras, trying to bait out the Jellicent here. Yeah, so it's a war rate. So okay, when I see Tentacruel, basically, a lot of times when I see Tentacruel, I feel like Jellicent is at the back because yeah, this is where I made the second mistake. I should have gone directly for cooking Aria. Okay, so Jellicent, I always see it paired with Tentacruel because I think Jellicent can resist everything that Tentacruel takes super effective on, like Gastrodon, and then I think also Tentacruel covers Jellicent's weakness because Jellicent is weak to things like Golisopod, so Tentacruel can cover that as well with the resistance. Yeah. Okay, so Lapras gonna take out the War Raid, and now we have 1 Tentacruel against 3 Pokemon. I'm gonna come in back with Golisopod to counter swap and combo fire. Take out his last shield. He's gonna farm me down, and yeah, he's gonna farm me. Okay, so he fired at this point. I think he shouldn't have fired. He should have just like went for the farm down. But either way, he's dry on energy, and Weezing comes in with 1 shield. So this should be a game over for him. It's gonna be a scout, I think. Yeah, I can survive a scout. So just going for the non-debuffing attack Sludge. Doesn't take out completely, so I'm just going to farm out 1 more. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, 9-1 on this team. You guys can try this team as well. Yeah, and then let me know what results you get.